thought, I don't have the courage for this, stay right here because today I am giving you three things that can change that. Welcome to my Saturday Live. So I know we all have feelings like, ah, I don't know if I have that courage to do this thing. I don't know how. I'm not ready. No one will care. Maybe you felt some of those things yourself. And by the end of today, you will have three nuggets that shift that and something that you can take with you as well. As you know, I have been doing these Saturday Lives in anticipation for my book launch, Gumption. And today I want to invite you to something very special that starts even before the book launched. And if you stay tuned, I will let you know how you can be part of my VIP Pro pre-launch party on July 14th. Because in that meeting that we are having, you will learn something from behind the scenes. You will get to know some of the like-minded peoples, fellow authors. If you want to know how to write a book, if you want to know how to publish a book or market a book or anything in between, I encourage you to come, and I will leave the link to become part of it in the notes here. But let's go and start out by me sharing three nuggets that will help you become more courageous and moving forward really with that boldness that we all have, right? Because courage is not built. Oh, excuse me. Courage is built, not found. I got it. Courage is built through our experiences. Courage is built by saying yes to something that scares us a little. Courage is built in the moments when everything inside you whispers, stop, and you do it anyways. That is gumption. And this is when we grow as a person because we said yes. And most of the time, once we do this thing that we were scared of, we feel good. And it wasn't so bad. And we are still alive. Sometimes we treat situations like, oh, if I do this now, I'm going to be dead. No, you're not. You just say yes to something that scares you. You just say yes to overriding those triggers that we have in our brain that says stop in any dangerous situations, which is something that our million-year-old brain still has there. Our fight, flight, or hide responses, so that we don't get hurt. So if like a wild animal charges our way, or an enemy comes with stick, or in nowadays, of course, even worse things like a gun or a knife, and of course you should run. But these are the exceptions. In most cases, it is a situation where we are just, oh, what if I do this? I don't know how they respond if I say this or do this. I don't know if they might laugh at me. Oh, what if they judge me? Oh, what if, what if, what if? These are really the triggers that make us stop. And when you are aware of those, and that's the first thing, we have to create this awareness. Ah, why am I scared now? Ooh, I have these thoughts popping into my mind. Maybe they judge me. Maybe I mess up. So what? We all mess up. That makes us humans, right? And one of the things, when you do it anyways, you will find out that in most of the cases, it wasn't bad at all. and you feel good afterwards. Oh, actually, it felt good. It was not bad. And sometimes, it wasn't the right way, but I know now what not to do. So the next time I can do it better. These are the steps we have to take. And that's what I meant by courage is built. You don't sit back and all of a sudden you find courage to do something. No, you become more courageous every time you accomplish something, every time you step forward. And it doesn't have to be a huge, amazing, earth shattering step. Just some little step that gets you closer to your goal or gets you closer to the thing that you want to do. So that's in my book is how we build courage. The second nugget is the whisper versus the wish. And by that I mean, so often, I wish I could do this. I wish I have this. I wish I was taller. I wish I was shorter. I wish I was stronger. I wish I was whatever it is. Now, of course, you cannot change anything about your height, but maybe if you work out a little bit more, you lift some weights, you become a little bit stronger. But oftentimes we wish, I wish I had more money so I can buy this, or I wish I had this, then I can do that. Those outside things that we just wish so we can do this. But we forget the whispers. And by that I mean, when we take time to sit back and step back and be quiet, asking questions like, okay, I wish, or I have that vision. Now stop for a moment and ask questions like, so I want to get to that goal. I wish I would have that now, but what is it that can help me get there faster? What do I need? Show me. And just ask the universe, God, whatever you believe in, to give you signs, to show you. And then hear those whispers. And you only can hear those whispers. Go this way, go this direction. Why don't you call this person? Hey, if you do that step, it will get you closer to where you want to go. And these whispers, what I'm referring to, are sometimes people that you meet, right? That just give you a sentence or two, like it was in my case when and I've shared it before, but you may hear it for the first time. And sometimes, even if you hear it again, it's a good reminder to, oh yeah, that's right. So you see, I asked that question when I was in a job that I hated. What is mine to do? And then circumstances happen and situations happened and chance meetings happen. In my case, I remember walking down. I was so down from a work day, from a day I hated. And there I saw, when I walked down my street going home, a familiar face and a smiling face. A face of one of my favorite teacher, Mr. Herbst. I liked his beard and his smile. I still can see him in front of me right now. And his laughter, and say, oh, Sabine, so good to see you. I was, of course, out of school. I was already working, but it still was just a couple years. And then he asked me, he wanted to know if I still was active. I had a folk group that I performed with. I was in an acting group, and he asked me, how does it go? And are you still doing it? And I stood there, and my heart sank. in that moment. And I felt that gut feelings like, oh, no, I don't. And I answered, I don't do any of these things anymore. And he must have felt it in that moment because he responded, oh, what a shame, Sabine. You are so talented. This is who you are. Whoa. Yeah, he's right. And that was a whisper. In this case, it was a chance meeting with my teacher who gave me that one sentence. And I listened. And then I took action. And that is also what I call a small, bold move that beats a big, perfect plan. And let me share that bold move with you. That was going home thinking, okay, how do I do this? Well, there are acting schools. I think I need to go to an acting school. I had no idea how to start a career. But what I did is I picked up the phone and called a school. And I asked, can I audition? How do I do this? I scheduled an audition. Okay, what's next? I didn't have a plan. Nobody in my family was in the entertainment industry, acting, singing, or anything. I was like little black sheep there. I always did something a little different. So I didn't have a perfect plan. So what did I do? Is like, okay, I think you need to read something. And then I remembered a little booklet from English school or German class. You would say English class because German, we read a play in German. And I picked it up and I looked for the biggest piece, even though it was a male part. I don't care. I just did one little step and I went and I auditioned and they said, yes. Okay, what's the next step? What am I gonna do? Okay, I have to pay for school? Oh shoot. Well, luckily I was working and this was a private school that started in the afternoon the whole evening. So I still could work. So I saved money from my paycheck. So I really did a lot of cutting on that end so I can put it into my education. You see, that is another thing that I often get. Oh, I don't have the money to invest in coaching right now. I don't have the money to do this right now. I don't have the money, whatever it is. And here's the thing, it's never about the money. It's never about the resources that you have. It's about the resourcefulness. And in my case, I said yes, and I had to pay, I think it was like 600 marks at that time. It's a while back. We still had the old currency, but it was a lot. But what I had to do is I had to cut out other things that I usually spent money in because my importance shifted. And this is what I invite you to do too. If you think, oh, I can't do this right now. I can't work with a coach. Well, find a way. If you feel that coach, that mentor is the right one for you. And if you feel that if you get this coach or mentor, or you invest into a education or a course, whatever it may be for you, feel in your gut. If I do this, I get where I want to go faster. Right? I could have waited to be discovered as an actress. And I can tell you right now, I would never become an actress. I would have never started a new career. Because what are the chances to be, quote unquote, discovered walking down the street? No. You have to put in the sweat and tears what it takes. In my case, it was a 3-year education and acting school and singing and everything else. And then even after I was done, I continued with continued education. I did a whole year musical theater education that then landed me all those musical theater roles that I wanted to play. And throughout my life, I kept going and working on growth, which, by the way, is the first letter in Gumption, G, growth. We need to grow. And when we grow as person, when we grow our skills, when we grow how we communicate, the better we can communicate, the more impact we can have. That will help you to get to your destination, to your goal faster. So those are the three things I wanted to share with you today. Number one, courage is built, not found. Number two, listen to your whispers. Don't just stop, just wishing. Take action. One bold move beats a perfect plan. So, one of the things that I put together is called the Bold Move Kit, which is a companion guide to my book that's being released on August 4th, my new book, Gumption, Sacred Whispers, Bold Moves, and the Courage to Become. So I have a link in the show notes, in the description here. It's free. It's a free resource for you. And it also gives you the opportunity to pre-order my book. So if you watch this before August 4th, you can pre-order it and then let me know, because I will send you the ebook version as well that you can download on your phone or read it on your computer or wherever. You can read an ebook version so you can take it with you. And in my Bold Move Kit is also a audio version that I read from my book as well. And there are several steps that will help you to become a little bit bolder, more empowered, and it will also give you 4 steps that you can take right now to get the bold person that you are. So here we go, my friend. Remember that you are in charge. And if you want to become part of my pre-launch, it's a Zoom meeting. So you can come from anywhere in the world that you are and you listen to it and become part of that tight group that you can connect with like-minded people. Okay, there are no strings attached. It's free, everything. And you can also ask me questions and I will share some of the things behind the scenes, some of the things I've never shared before. I have special guests and I hope to see you there as well. And if you watch this right now, you have a question, of course, you can always put it in chat. And when I look at the chat after this recording or this live is done, I'm happy to answer any of your questions. All right, this is it for today. And here is my invitation. Come to my July 14th pre-launch VIP party on Zoom. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you don't see the link here, you can always connect with me on social media. Thanks for tuning in, and I leave you with this. Master the moments no one sees to lead the moments everyone remembers. Start with one bold step so you can get to your destination with giant leaps and always listen to this whisper, because the whisper is that moment that gives you that, oh yes, let me do it. Let me take that bold step. And when you do this, remember one thing. Fear is just a mechanism that prevents you from taking the bold step. But remember, fear is like stage lights. First, it's blinding. But when you step into it, it will reveal your greatness. And you are great. And I know that about you, because if you're still listening right now, you have that greatness within you and you want to grow. And that is your superpower, my friend. All right. Always remember, follow your heart, serve from the heart, and live the life you imagine. Bye bye now, until the 14th, or maybe I see you next Saturday.